Beginning with the Louisiana Purchase in 1803, Congress began a policy of purchase and exploration. So in that same year, two men, Lewis and Clark, were appointed leaders of a group of explorers, adventurers, and scientists. Their mission was to survey much of the territory the United States had recently acquired. During the early 1800s, America's waterways were its major roads. The Lewis and Clark party began their trip near St. Louis, Missouri, where the Mississippi and Missouri rivers meet, and followed the Missouri upstream to the Platte River. After crossing the Continental Divide, they followed the Snake River deep into Oregon Territory, finally joining with the Columbia River and tracing it to where it empties into the Pacific Ocean. The Lewis and Clark party returned with stories of a vast new land filled with trees, which meant that America's supply of lumber did not end where the immense grasslands began. The reports of their discoveries marked the beginning of America's westward expansion and the settler movement. America's push west halted at the eastern edge of the vast grasslands. Few wanted to settle in these treeless lands. Still, eastern cities were growing rapidly. Overcrowding, pollution, and epidemics began to plague the larger cities. American industry was expanding, and expansion was consuming much land as farms grew and new homes were built. Many people grew eager to escape the confines of civilization. A new generation of explorers, the mountain men, pressed on past the edge of settled America. Eager for open spaces and the freedom of a trapper's life, mountain men explored, trapped, and hunted much of the Rocky Mountain wilderness during the 1820s and early 30s. The mountain men paved the way for Western expansion. They were able to lead settlers into new lands. West of the prairies, Lewis and Clark had discovered good farming land with plenty of trees and water. The government encouraged settlement with the offer of free land. So many packed up roots, began a great adventure.